Imagine Neymar playing for Barcelona. I wonder how he'd get on there. Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to another episode of Transfer Talk. Today we have our first swap deal of the series. Neymar back to Barcelona and Antoine Griezmann to PSG. Now, as soon as I saw this transfer rumour, I really wanted to make a video out of it. The fact that Neymar could be back at Barcelona, it's the first time that I feel like it actually could happen, that Neymar could potentially be back at Barcelona. It probably won't happen, but for the sake of a video, it's happened. Look at Neymar's attributes, man. This guy is a joke. 20 dribbling, 19 agility, 20 technique, 19 flair, 19 off the ball. Oh my days. Now, of course, Neymar doesn't really need any introduction. £84 million, 27 years old, has traits in abundance, played really well when he was at Barcelona before. Throughout this 4-year period, started a bit slow, getting 9 goals in 26 games, but then went strength to strength before getting upset in that last season, leaving for £195 million to PSG, and now he's back at Barcelona. There is a slight issue, though. Why is he number 6? And from Neymar, straight over to Antoine Griezmann, who now plays back in his home country for PSG. He is very, very good. Of course, not as good as Neymar, hence why he's on 550k, not the 600. I mean, he's going to be gutted by that, I'm sure. Has never actually played senior club football in his home country before, so that's interesting as well. Only ever played in Spain. So these two don't really need much more of an introduction, to be fair, compared to some of the other players we've looked at in previous episodes. They're both top players playing for top sides. I expect both teams to probably win the league in every season, to be fair, but we're going to focus more on the players and how they perform on the big stage, looking towards more the Champions League in the latter stages of that to see if they can drive their club forward. So without further ado, let's jump to the end of season number 1 and see how they both performed. The end of season number 1 is here, so let's first jump over to Paris, jump over to France and see how Antoine Griezmann got on here then, playing up top with Mbappe. What a front two that is, crazy, especially for the national team as well, developing that. Mbappe is the top scorer, as you'd probably expect, so Griezmann isn't. Let's see how he did perform though. Obviously PSG won the league, no surprise there. Looking at his stats then, 17 goals from 34 appearances in the league, 9 assists, 7 player of the match ratings, and a 7.92 average rating. That's very high from the lad. In all comps, he scored 19 goals from 48 starts, 4 sub-appearances. Any in the Champions League? Just the 1 in the Champions League, which is interesting. Let's see how they actually got on in the Champions League then. Hopefully PSG can get quite far. It's kind of been their bogey competition, really. Haven't got too far in it in the past. Let's have a look then. We're going down, all the way down here. They're still in it in the knockout rounds. Down to... Oh, they lost in the final to Barcelona. That's good. That is very good. They lost 2-0 then to Barcelona in the final. You can't write that stuff, can you? You cannot write it. That's why we love this game. So their route to the final was actually quite a difficult one. They beat Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich and Man City on the road to the final. I mean, Griezmann is going to be gutted he's moved, doesn't he? I mean, Neymar's gone to PSG in the first place to try and win them the Champions League. He's gone back for one season back to Barcelona and he's done it. He's beaten them in the final. Funny stuff, man. So we will have a look at the best 11 then. Of course, Griezmann's in there. He was always going to be 19 goals from his 51 games in all comps, as we said. A good first season for him in French football. Of course, he's got a long way to go to catch the 38 goals of Kylian Mbappe, but a good start for him. Let's jump over to the Champions League winners then. Not to rub salt in the wounds to Griezmann, but let's have a look at Neymar. How did he get on in his first season back in Barcelona? 16 goals from 34 appearances. So a very similar record, actually, to Griezmann over in France. Got 4 assists, 5 player of the match, 7.83 average rating, so slightly lower actually than Griezmann's at PSG. Started 45 games in all competitions, came on 3 times, scoring 18 goals overall. Actually, a very similar first season for both of these guys. Barcelona, of course, winning the Champions League in the end. I take it, did they win the league also? They did. They won it by 1 point, in fact, to Atletico Madrid. And actually, Real Madrid as well. What a title race that was. Real Madrid actually lost on the last day. If they'd have won on the last... Oh, they lost to Atletico Madrid on the last day. Crazy. Just quickly looking at the Barcelona best 11 then before we go to the next season. Neymar being deployed out on this left-hand side. Frankie de Jong in behind the striker. That's an interesting one. Messi out on the right. Both players have had good first seasons at their new old clubs. Let's see how they get on in season 2. Here we are then at the end of season number 2. You can see that Pep Guardiola stepped down as Man City's boss, which is interesting. As you can see as well, Barcelona have just won the league by a point again to Real Madrid. So let's start with them. Let's have a look how Neymar did this time around. You can see he's playing left wing still. Coutinho is actually back in the side, which is interesting to see. How did they do in terms of the Champions League? Let's look at that first. If they've beaten PSG in the final again, I mean, that'll be crazy. They actually won the Super Cup, looking at that. Man United won the Europa League. Barcelona beating them in the Super Cup final. But let's see how they got on it in the Champions League. They were in it for quite a long while, it looks like. Still going down. They got to the final. They won it again. Wow, that is crazy. Barcelona have won the Champions League 2 years in a row. Maybe Neymar is that missing piece. Maybe he is the person they need back to win themselves a Champions League once again. They actually beat Juventus in the final. Can we have a look at this? Can we see if Ronaldo played for Juventus in this game? Cristiano Ronaldo did play for Juventus in this game, so it's another one of Messi getting one over on Ronaldo. Maurizio Sarri will not be happy. It's annoying that Neymar isn't scoring goals in these Champions League finals, but he did get an assist for the Messi goal, so that's something. But how did he do altogether then this season? Did he improve on last year? He played 3 less games in the league, scoring 1 less goal, 2 less assists, only getting the 2, but improved his player of the matches, getting 6 man of the match awards this time around. 7.73 average rating, so slightly lower again, but another solid season from him, to be fair. Before we head over to France, and let's have a look at the best 11. I imagine he's going to be in it. He is back in the same place in left wing. Coutinho playing behind Suarez this time instead of Frankie de Jong, who's been pushed back into a more familiar role for him, I'd say. Has now played 94 games in this stint back at Barcelona, scoring 42 times, which is a very good record actually for a left winger. Of course, you'd expect it from one of the world's best players, but he has been very impressive. Let's head over to Paris and see how things have gone for Antoine Griezmann. He didn't play the last game of the season, but he has been made captain. He's now 30 years old, got his number 7 shirt, valued at £86 million. He scored 25 goals in 34 appearances, getting 10 assists, a 7.98 average rating. What a season for him then. He's definitely the PSG main man this time around. Saying that, how many goals did Mbappe score? Did he score loads again? 35. Okay, so he's not quite got the top scorer off Mbappe yet. No surprise that PSG stormed the league once again, only losing the 1 game actually to Monaco, who finished 3rd. But how did they get on in the Champions League? Did they get quite far again? Obviously didn't get to the final this time around. They got to the quarterfinals, knocked out by Juventus, who did make it all the way. But Griezmann is winning leagues, not Champions Leagues as of yet, but winning trophies at PSG. Let's have a look at the best 11 then before we head on to season number 3. Of course, Griezmann's in there again. This is probably the one video where the best 11 doesn't really matter because I think they're going to be in it every single time. Again, 2 very good seasons for Griezmann and Neymar. Let's fast forward to season number 3 and see if Griezmann can bring that Champions League trophy to PSG. Season number 3 is complete then. David Luiz has signed a new Arsenal deal and Ronaldo has claimed the Best Player in Europe award. One of those things I'm quite shocked about, the other I'm not. I'll let you guys figure out which one it is as I head over to Paris Saint-Germain and have a look how Griezmann is doing over there. They've won the league, surprise. Mane is up top, that is actually a surprise. Pogba's in midfield, Müller, what's happened? Van Dijk, what's happened to this PSG side? Pep Guardiola is their manager now. Okay, fair enough. The good thing is that Griezmann is still their captain. How has he performed this season? And played 32 times, scoring 16 goals, getting 12 assists, which is quite a lot for a striker. 8 Player of the Match awards and a 7.75 average rating. So in terms of rating wise, his worst season so far in a PSG shirt, but by no means a bad season with that many goal involvements. I didn't look again who was the top scorer. Mbappe with 37. That guy is a joke, man. Let's have a look at how PSG got on in the Champions League then. Oh, they played Barcelona in the World Club Cup quarter-final, lost 2-1. Messi scoring both of them. Mbappe, of course, being the scorer for PSG. But let's have a look how they got on in the Champions League then. Played PSV in their group. That's an interesting one. We scrolled all the way down. They didn't get too far then. Lost to Manchester City then in the first knockout round. I'm sure Pep wasn't very happy about that. Didn't get very far then, and Griezmann was unable to bring the Champions League title to PSG. They did win the cup again though, so I mean it must be so easy for them now. Like, do they even worry about it? Interestingly, in the final of that cup, Griezmann scored after 1 minute and then everybody stopped playing. They won 1-0. On a personal level though, for Antoine Griezmann, he's won a lot of trophies, just not the continental glory he probably strived for. If we move on to the overall best 11 then, he is up top with Icardi, who only played the 1 season of course. That is interesting then. He got 26 goals from 45 games. Griezmann's nearly played 150 games now for PSG, scoring 74 goals, nearly averaging a goal every other game, which is not too bad at all. Let's head head over to Barcelona and see how Neymar got on over there then. They won the league again, so every season they've won the league. Lautaro Martinez now playing up top. Oyazabal, I don't know how to say his name, of course. Wouldn't be an episode, would there, without me failing to say someone's name. But the geezer from Real Sociedad is playing in behind the striker. I take it they won the league by quite a lot this time. They did. Madrid second again on 86 points. Not very good from them this time around. How far do they get in the Champions League then? Surely they haven't won it 3 times in a row, have they? That would be mad if they have. Let's have a look then. Let's scroll down. They're still in it in the semi-final. They lost in the final this time around to Manchester City. Zaniolo, Aguero, Foden and Jesus scoring for the Manchester club. And Oyazabal, close enough, scored the one consolation goal for Barcelona. So they got to the final every year and only lost the last one. So won it twice, final once. Very good from Barcelona. I tell you, Neymar is this missing link. Speaking of the Brazilian, how did he get on then in this season? Values at £91 million now, 30 years old, played 33 games, scored 11, 5 assists, 3 Player of the Match awards and 7.65 average rating. So scored less goals, got more assists, more of a playmaker role this time around. Not great, but not bad. Finally then, the overall best 11. Neymar, of course, is in there, scoring 66 times in his 141 appearances in his second stint at Barcelona. 7.76 average rating altogether. Very solid from him, to be fair. I think based off of Barcelona's Champions League glory, that Neymar has been the bigger success of the two. And after Griezmann lost the final to Barcelona in his first season, he probably wished he was back in Spain. But I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what other transfers you want to see. Please subscribe, because a lot of you watch this and aren't subscribed. And it would really mean a lot if you could. We're trying to hit 500 by the end of FM20. I think we can do that, can't we? It's quite a big ask, but I believe you guys can hit that for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.